want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diners dancing. Game on, so it's time.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Browns first down.
Set, 180.
Yeah, you don't want none.
My God.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first. Downs and 3 points.
31-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Come across. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check the backer, check the backer.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Switch gears. He's coming. Roll out. We got double up. Hey, check 24. Switch.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
2nd and 5. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Mike 51.
Go on.
Get in the weight room. Under 10. SOS.
Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Landry. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Mike 51. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Hey, Alpha!
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the number 1 spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down.
Mayfield now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
You go take. You got take. I got it.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On third down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Browns 13, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Rock it. Now.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Landry now on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Regular.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Go!
Come on, QB, come on. Go. Mike, 51.
They'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Hey, let's go. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Get it.
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Run.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
They'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, Steve 6. I got you.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch the run. Check.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Get that quarterback.
Go.
51's the mic. No gain on this defense.
Hey, wahoo.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Yep.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Right here. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Focus, defense, focus. 51's the mic.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Yo, cheetah now.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield got an open man. It's Ratley. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mayfield down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Doris Felton, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 51. All day, baby.
Hey! Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Watch the curls. Watch the curls. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
I got it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, but it's going to be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They run, Chubb, and fights through one man. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Sliding up, and this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready? 50, please.
The Steelers take
Five.
over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, it's coming up.
Yes.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Hey, wahoo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
A gain of 34 yards.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check safety. Check safety. Slam. Check 43.
Hey, orbit.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what